when it got really bad and it started to look like you might actually be under physical threat, or the film crew as well. How?
Well, it was, yes. That's a bit I slightly regret. We were in the hotel, having been doing our filming on the ski slopes, by which time we'd taken the number plates off because we're off road. We can do that.
Yeah.
We heard about the veterans, and I think there were a number of genuine veterans, older blokes that I saw. We went back to the hotel, they turned up, more of them turned up. Some of them undoubtedly rent a mob because, as Jeremy pointed out, they were far too young to be actual veterans of the war.
Yeah.
And they gave us an ultimatum. I think they said leave by 8 o'clock, and that was only a few hours away.
Leave by 8 o'clock, that's what you were told. So you must have been terrified.
Well, it was we were getting a bit jumpy, but that wasn't the worst bit. The trouble is we thought that we were the magnet for all that, because we're the presenters, and it was whatever this perceived slight was, it must have come from us. So we ran away to the airport.
How did you do that? Did you all get in one car and flee?
Yeah. To be honest, I mean, obviously the crew have a huge amount of kit. A lot of it is mounted in the filming cars, the Land Rovers that we use. We hire those locally, but it's a day's work to dismantle.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, it must be a big support crew you've got.
Yeah, huge. Plus some locals with trucks with spares and recovery, all that sort of thing. So they went off to the border.
Did you film? Is any of this filmed? Because
yes, they filmed. I think quite a bit of it, and we filmed some of it on mobile phones.
Yeah. Were you genuinely, honestly, you must have been scared in that situation, because you're in a foreign country and they don't want you there.
That's not a very nice feeling. But we, the 3 presenters, we took the 2 girls with us and a couple of other people. We got out quite smoothly. The airport's very nearby. Has its own airport, Ushuaia. You can fly internally to Buenos Aires. I think it was much more alarming for the crew, because it turned out that there really was, a mob waiting to beat the out of them, and that's bad. I feel we sort of misjudged that. We thought they'd be okay if we weren't there. I think it's actually the cars that turned out to be the magnet for the yobs, not us 3.
So did they get out unharmed?
They largely unharmed. There were a couple of cuts and bruises and things, but nothing. Nobody was hospitalised or anything. The cars were very badly damaged.
So have you seen the team since they got back home safe and sound?
Yes, most of them, and they're okay. But they didn't like it. I mean, there was being stuck one side of the border, thinking there's a mob pursuing them, but having to wait hours for them.
While you lot are flying back in first class.
No, they don't fly first class, Christians.
First class plus. Diamond Lounge.
We were in Buenos Aires trying to help work out routes for them and possible airlifts if it got really bad.
So it's like the Great Escape.
It was sort of, yeah. We were sitting there with aviation-style maps, and we were working out coordinates and all that sort of stuff, and working out. We actually got as far as getting aeroplanes ready to go in and lift them out if it got.
Wow, an airlift.
Yeah, an airlift.
So when the special airs, is this a Christmas special?
Yes.
Is this all this?
I don't know exactly what it's going to be on, because that's the nature of a Top Gear Christmas special.
But obviously a lot of people are going to want to see this for themselves. Everything you've talked about is quite a story. Is that all there's going to be in there? You're going to be able to show all this stuff as well?
Well, yes, I hope. Well, we've got to tell the story.
Yeah.
And it is a real story of a genuinely epic drive.
Yes.
I mean, some very, very difficult bits. There's a lot of unmade roads and unfinished roads. It's a huge country. We drove over 1,600 miles, and we didn't even do half of it. It's massive. So there is all that, and we have to explain why we leave in a hurry at the end, I suppose. But it's not edited yet. We've only been back a few days. And
so you now barred from Argentina, all of you?
I don't know. I hope not. I'd quite like to go back for another ham and cheese sandwich.